Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Mass Effect. Last time we recruited Liara and did her whole mission thing. Now we are headed back to the Citadel to turn some stuff in. Alright, we're going to take Garrus and Ashley.
Equalizing interior pressure with exterior atmosphere. Logged. The commanding officer is ashore. Exo Presley has the deck.
Oh, yes. You want to tour the ship, don't you?
Tin Hut!
At ease. Rear Admiral Mihailovic, 5th Fleet.
Commander Shepard, SSV Normandy.
You don't know who I am, do you, Commander? I command the 63rd Scout Flotilla. You and the Normandy were slated for my unit after shakedown. Then the Council got their paws, claws, tentacles, whatever. They got them on our ship, and you.
I still serve the Alliance, sir. As a Spectre, I can advance our interests to the Council.
You still know what color your blood is, Shepard? I don't begrudge the politician's decision to throw you to the Council. It's an opportunity. I do begrudge this over-designed piece of tin, though.
The Normandy is a fine ship, sir. She's served us well so far.
It's a gimmick, Commander. Useless in a stand-up fight. This
It's a frigate.
experiment diverted billions from our appropriations bills. For the same price, we could have had a heavy cruiser. But no, we had to make nice to the Turians, throw money at a co-developed boondoggle. I'm here to make an inspection, Commander. Normandy is an Alliance warship. I intend to see she's up to snuff.
One issue here. Rear Admiral Mikhailovich said that he is from the 63rd Scout Flotilla, meaning he is a admiral over a flotilla of frigates and smaller vessels. A scouting flotilla. Why did we steal money for heavy cruisers? You don't care about heavy cruisers. You're a frigate man. You should know what frigates are for, dude.
We'd be honored to show her to you, Admiral.
I'll just bet. Wait here. I won't be long.
I mean, the ship's not very big.
Commander, I'm not happy.
What did you find out of order?
Who designed that CIC? Putting the commander aft of everyone else is inefficient. What if he needs to discuss with the operators toward the bow?
Modified Turian style. They prefer commanders looking over their subordinates, rather than in the middle of them. We wanted to see how effectively they can command with that setup.
Reasonable goal, but they should have studied that in a lab rather than on a frontline warship. I had to shake my head at that drive core of yours, 120 billion credits of element 0 to make this thing able to move without giving itself away. You realize we could make drive cores for 12,000 fighters with that money? What good is it to hide for a few hours anyway? Useless.
When I first encountered this quest, I expected some point later in the game that we were going to find out that this guy was actually a spy wearing an admiral's uniform on the Normandy trying to steal secrets and not actually a military officer.
We can loiter in an enemy system and monitor traffic, or drop infiltration teams on enemy worlds. Normandy can be more effective than the Solarian STG.
Maybe. But that's not the job of a proper warship. We're supposed to find and kill the enemy fleet, not count how many times their garrison goes to the bathroom. And we need to talk about your crew, Commander. Krogan? Asari? Turians? What are you thinking, Commander? You can't allow alien nationals free access to Alliance equipment.
Between Saren and the Geth, we have enough enemies out here. Treating other species with suspicion and distrust won't win hearts and minds.
That assumes the hearts and minds are worth winning. That hasn't been proven yet. You have anything else to say, Commander? Any other justifications for the state of this vessel?
Apparently I don't have enough points to say anything else here.
None,
No.
sir.
Very well. I don't agree with any of this, but your reasons seem sound. I'll be submitting a report to the Joint Military Council. It will not be as negative as I'd planned. Good hunting, Commander Shepard. Make us proud.
Do you feel that your training in the human military prepared you well for your duties, Gunnery Chief?
Trying to take down a rogue Spectre and his army of synthetics? No, they didn't cover this in basic.
Alicia Al-Jalani. Can I go this way and ignore you? Yes! Yes, I can. I'll deal with you later. There's nothing over here. Now we're gonna go over here anyway.
Hello, Commander.
And Ashley's got a lot of points to fill in. Yep, do that. That. Cap out her assault rifles. Let's put some points into shotguns. Garrus also has points. All points into electronics. The rest into decryption. Alright, again, trying to go around Al-Jalani. I don't remember where this one takes us, but it takes me to not
Celebrations are being planned for the
Al-Jalani.
anniversary of the end of the Rachni Wars. Many Council worlds, particularly Asari and Solarian colonies, will hold victory parades to commemorate the defeat of the invading Rachni. In a rare admission of debt, several Asari colonies have invited Krogans to be honored for the victories the uplifted Krogans made possible. further development in the Eden Prime investigation, the Council has reportedly revoked the Spectre status of one of its operatives. While the unnamed operative has not yet been apprehended, a Council spokesman confirmed that corrective actions had been taken.
Hey, you're the Shepherd kid.
Do I know you, sir?
Hey, been a long time, huh?
I'm sorry. Do we know each other?
Well, I guess you don't remember me. Lieutenant Zabaleta? I worked with your mother. We served on the carrier Einstein. Well, that was 12, 13 years back, though. You were just a kid then.
I didn't see her much that tour. The ship was on patrol most of the time.
Hey, call your mom up and ask. She'd remember old Zabaleta. She'd vouch for me. Look, I need a favor. I'm kind of short on money these days. I hate hitting you up for money, but a man's gotta eat, right? So, could you spare something? Maybe 20 credits.
It's 20.
20 isn't enough to get you back on your feet, is it?
No. I'll just get a meal. You know.
Yeah, I'll give
Yeah.
you the money.
It's not
20's
a problem.
nothing.
You're a good kid, you know that? Thanks. You ever want to come by and talk, I'll be here. Huh? Can't afford a ticket home, right?
What do you say we head down to Cora's den after shift?
We will call Mom and ask her about him later.
Damn, I forgot that was today.
In light of the recent attack on Eden Prime, many colonial investors are pulling their support for future projects. Proponents of expanded human colonization insist that Eden Prime was an isolated case. Nevertheless, colonist enrollment has dropped sharply. Many colonial proposals are on hold until backers have some reassurance that human colonies will be adequately protected.
Let all races herald the glory of the Enkindlers who raised them all to enlightenment.
We're gonna go to the council tower first. Report into the admiral.
In other news, ExoGeniCorp is still denying reports that one of their survey teams has gone missing in the Hades Gamma Cluster. When asked why communication with the survey team was suddenly cut off last week, company officials refused to comment.
I really appreciate what you're doing for me. Please let me know as soon as you find any information on my brother.
I forgot I was looking for your brother. But that's okay. We'll get to that quest eventually.
No, I'm waiting to speak with... Commander, any word on my missing men?
I'm not sure how to tell you this, Admiral. Your men were killed by a Thresher Maw.
A Thresher Maw? That's not... My men wouldn't just stumble into a Thresher nest. Not the entire unit.
Somebody lured them there with an Alliance distress beacon. Placed it perfectly so they'd land right beside the Thresher nest.
Damn it. I had a bad feeling about this ever since my team disappeared. An Alliance beacon used as bait, my unit wiped out, and nobody seems to know anything about it. Commander, I appreciate what you did. Now I need to do my part. The families of those Marines deserve to know why they died.
Anything you need from me?
Not right now, Shepard, but I'll let you know as soon as I find something out.
All right, Emily Wong, you are the less annoying journalist.
I have another word with you? Hello again, Commander. I've got a proposition for you. Since you helped me get information on the crime syndicate, I've gotten a lot more backing from my publishers. I'm investigating traffic controller conditions now, and I wondered if you could help.
That seems like a step down from wide-scale corruption.
Actually, in a way, it's more important. This isn't about people getting rich. This is about safety. I've heard rumors that the space traffic controllers are overworked to a dangerous degree. I can't get into the control room, but you could. If you planted a bug inside, I could crack the story.
If you crack this story, what's likely to happen?
Ideally, there will be calls to improve working conditions by hiring more controllers and upgrading systems. The Council won't pay for improvements voluntarily. This story will provide that pressure.
What will this bug allow you to pick up?
Just audio and video. I'm not trying to tap into the traffic control system if that's what you're worried about. I just need to hear and see them in order to correlate their activity with traffic efficiency.
Everyone knows space traffic controllers are overworked. How is this news?
There's a difference between overworked and dangerous. Traffic at the Citadel has increased by 300% in the last century, but traffic controller resources haven't kept up. We already have several last-minute wave-offs per week. Do we have to wait for a full-blown disaster?
This bug you want me to plant, could it interfere with traffic signals?
Absolutely not. I made certain that the frequencies it uses won't interfere with anything.
I can't promise anything, but I'll see what I can do. Give me the bug.
Excellent. Just place it on a terminal with a good view of the area. Thanks again for your help. In the long run, this story is going to save lives.
You know that... Huh?
So, this is where the Council passes judgment on all us little folk, huh? Ever get the feeling ran over our heads, Commander?
Well, I mean, kind of saving the entire galaxy would be in over anybody's head, Ashley. Yeah, nothing over there. We'll go plant the bug when we're ready to deal with Al-Jalani.
Coming up in a report later today, Emily Wong investigates corruption on the Citadel and uncovers a full-blown crime syndicate.
Let all races herald the glory of the Enkindlers who raised them all to enlightenment. Where there was only darkness, the Enkindlers...
understanding if there's anything that has changed up here. Another codex entry.
I heard what happened under the Artemis Tau cluster. The Council wasn't too happy about the destruction of those Prothean ruins.
This isn't a game, Ambassador. Shepard's out there trying to stop Saren from destroying the galaxy.
I know. Just try to be a little more careful. The Council's watching you, and we all get judged on how you behave.
I like how Undina doesn't even offer to let us defend ourselves.
Yes, Commander?
He doesn't have anything new to say at the moment.
I'll be here if you need anything.
I don't think that the ambassadors have anything new.
I can't believe I landed a job here. This place is fantastic.
Well, they've built themselves quite the lake. Wonder if anyone ever drowned in it.
Oh, we already came to that door.
Shepard, what can I do for you now?
I'll be going now.
Goodbye, Commander.
I find it interesting that I've always liked Executor Palin, but I don't actually know if he ever, I don't remember if he ever is important in the story beyond what he's done so far.
I know you. You're Commander Shepard, the human Spectre. Is there something I can do for you?
You're Nassana, right? I ran into your sister, Dahlia. It didn't end well for her.
What? Are you saying she's...
Dahlia's dead, Nassana, and I know she was blackmailing you.
And I was all set to try to manipulate you into hunting her down for me. But I guess that won't be necessary now, will it?
You wanted your sister dead?
If people found out my sister was a criminal, I'd be considered a security risk. They'd revoke my clearance, or place me on administrative leave until she was apprehended. I shall transfer a little something into your account as a token of my appreciation. I'm sure you'll find the amount satisfactory.
You're a diplomat on her way up the ranks. It could be handy to have a Spectre who owes you a favor.
You make a good point. Anyone can come up with credits, but I can give you authorization to purchase prototype Asari mods. I will get you added to our manufacturer's preferred client list. I think you'd be very interested in what they have available. Goodbye, Shepard. It has been a pleasure doing business with you.
This place seems strange. Wish there were more humans around.
Alright, do we have any... Gotta plant the bug. Call home. Alright, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna head down to the C-Sec Academy, deal with Al-Jelani, go plant the bug, head back to the Normandy, do our call with Mom, and then we will turn around, come back, turn in the quest to Wong. And then we should be done on the Citadel.
A Solarian excavation team has run into an unexpected problem after unearthing a Prothean dig site. Hanar protesters have blockaded the dig site, claiming that artifacts of the Enkindlers, as the Hanar call them, should not be disturbed. The excavation team has appealed to Hanar representatives on the Citadel to reach a diplomatic solution.
Commander Shepard?
Oh good, it doesn't automatically make me talk to her. So we're going to do everything else before we deal with Al-Jilani. I want to give myself the opportunity to have as much charm and or intimidate before I deal with her. I don't even remember how much I need. It's just a... Alright. Let's head for a fast travel point and head back to the Citadel Tower. We also have the girl at the bar, but I don't want to deal with her until I'm capped on Paragon Point, or Charm. Okay, we need to go to the Citadel Tower.
I'm already getting readings. This is gonna make a great story. Thank you so much for your help. Here, this is everything I've got from my publisher's budget.
It was no problem. Good luck with your story. It deserves to be heard.
I appreciate your support. I hope this will save some lives in the long run. Thanks again for your help. I'm gonna show this to my publisher.
Ward's locations. CSEC.
Binary Helix has settled out of court with a Krogan group that had accused the Genetics Corporation of fraud. The Krogan group had contracted Binary Helix to perform studies with a long-range goal of curing their genetic sterilization. The group later sued for a return of investment money when the study produced no viable results.
What, Garrus? You seem to be stuck in the elevator, Garrus. You need me to push you? Okay.
Stand by, shore party. Decontamination. Logged. The commanding officer is aboard. XO Presley stands relieved.
Computer, give me a real-time connection to the Dreadnought Kilimanjaro. I want to speak to my mother, XO Shepard.
Shepard speak? Oh, hi. I don't have time for a personal call right now. I'm on duty.
I know what that's like. Do you remember a Lieutenant Zabaleta from the Einstein?
Ernesto? Have you heard from him? He was one of the Marines who guarded the CIC. We shared a watch. I lost track of him after there was an incident.
What kind of incident?
You remember the Batarian raid on Mindwar in 2170? You were in high school. The Einstein's task group responded to the Mayday. The Batarians were still pulling out when the Marines hit groundside. Zabaleta was one of the first down. He was never quite the same after.
I don't understand. What happened down there?
About every abomination that a sentient being can do to another. To a slaver, a person is just another animal. And humans aren't always liked out here. We heard about corralling, culling. They'd shoot those they couldn't use, implant control devices in the skulls of those they could, without anesthetic.
He has post-traumatic stress because of what he saw?
He tried to keep working, but it rode him. He showed up drunk on duty more and more. We couldn't always cover for him. The Alliance discharged him. Everyone knew he drank because of what he'd seen down there, even if he never talked about it. Especially because he never talked about it.
For it to have affected him that deeply, he must have been a very sensitive man.
He was. Always in laughter and tears. If you see him, tell him we still worry about him. Tell him to go to the Veterans Affairs office. I have to go. But take care of yourself. You're making us proud. Kilimanjaro out.
Shepard's mom must be important. She's the executive officer on one of the biggest ships in the fleet. Alright, let's take Ashley and Kate for this.
Equalizing interior pressure with exterior atmosphere. Logged. The commanding officer is ashore. Exo Presley has the deck.
In breaking news, Chairman Burns of the Parliament Subcommittee on Transhuman Studies has been kidnapped by biotic extremists. The biotics commandeered a freighter and were last seen in the Hades Gamma Cluster. No demands have yet been made.
We already explore Hades Gamma?
Those Asari commandos are impressive. Lightly armored, but their speed more than makes up for it.
Unless that speed lets them outrun bullets, I'm more inclined to stick with nice, solid armor. And a big gun.
Point taken.
As someone who plays soldier as opposed to any of the ones that can use biotics, I'm with Ashley on this one.
How you holding up, Lieutenant?
Not too bad. No headaches worth mentioning lately. Maybe I'm getting used to the strain.
Maybe you've just got a good stress release. I know that knocking the Geth on their synthetic asses gets rid of my headaches.
Hey, back again, huh? I don't suppose you got any credits to spare.
I spoke to my mother. She told me about what happened on Mindoir.
Did she? I wonder. People tied like prize hogs, locked in cages, clawing and screaming as they're loaded into cargo pods. And we couldn't reach them. The Batarian defenses had us pinned. Dozens died trying to advance. All we could do was watch as they hauled people away. I've been looking for 13 years for something to make that sight go away. What have you got, huh?
I'm not going to give you money to drink yourself to death. You need to stop this.
If you don't have a better option, just give me 20 credits. A good bottle of whiskey. Enough to stop the dreams.
My mother said to go to the Veterans Affairs office. You're not the only one who's seen that brand of hell. They can help.
The VAO? God. All right. If she wants me to go talk to someone, fine, I'll do it. For her. She always stuck up for me. She always was naive. All the VAO does is pump you full of chemicals. If she wants to talk, tell her she can reach me through the Citadel VAO.
All the VAO does is pump you full of chemicals. Well, all you were doing is drinking yourself full of chemicals. So,
in remembrance of Eden Prime, we present another profile in courage with serviceman Nirali Bhatia. A devoted wife and talented chef, Serviceman Bhatia joined the Alliance military under the Deferred Education Plan. After finishing her service, Bhatia planned to open a restaurant. Instead, she gave her life protecting the colonists of Eden Prime. For more profiles in courage, or to explore opportunities in the military, please visit the Alliance military on the extranet. Keyword, courage.
alright, squad. Okay, I can't put any more points there. So, since I can't put any more points there, more Spectre training it is. All right. Let's go deal with Al-Jelani.
In entertainment news, Francis Kitt has announced plans to direct Hamlet with Elcor cast members. The production will open dramatic theater to the Elcor with a Hamlet who uses Elcor body language and pheromones. Kitt claims that he's also excited by giving a human audience the chance to judge Hamlet by his deeds and not his emotions.
All right. Resist urge
Commander
to punch.
Khalisah bint seen in Al-Jelani, Westerland News. Would you answer a few questions for our viewers?
What do you want to know?
You've been given a unique position to represent our race. People want to get a sense of how you'll do that. Humans have been trying to get the respect of the galactic community for 26 years. With that in mind, what are your feelings on being the first human Spectre?
The Spectres represent the best of every species in the galaxy. To be asked to join them is an honor.
Some have said your appointment is the Citadel throwing humans a bone. Have you encountered any situations where the Citadel asked you to place its needs before the needs of Earth?
The Council is concerned with the needs of the whole galactic community. We're part of that community now. Our needs are on their agenda, but we're one of many.
You really do believe that, don't you? You've been given command of an advanced human warship for your missions. Is there anything you'd like to say about it?
This interview is over.
Actually, the Normandy was co-developed by human and Turian engineers. Its design incorporates many innovations, all of which are classified, I'm afraid.
So the Turians have knowledge of the Normandy that is being kept secret from the Alliance public? Do you think it was appropriate to hand Earth's most advanced warship over to the Citadel?
I wasn't aware it had been handed over to anyone. I'm in command, and last I checked, I'm human. Same goes for my crew.
Human, yes, but you do work for the Citadel now, Commander. One last question, Commander. Rumors back home say you're tracking a rogue Spectre named Saren. Do you have any comment on that?
Saren instigated the attack on our colony at Eden Prime. Once his involvement was proven to the Council, I was assigned to bring him in.
That's surprising, Commander. The official line says Eden Prime was attacked by rogue synthetics. Good luck in your mission. Thank you for your time, Commander Shepard.
Alright, for now we are done here.
Celebrations are being planned for the anniversary of the end of the Rachni Wars. Many Council worlds, particularly Asari and
Yeah, we'll be skipping that comment. We've already heard it like 15 times, so.
Stand by, shore party. Decontamination. Logged. The commanding officer is aboard. Exo Presley stands relieved.
Message coming in. Patching it through.
Commander, Miss Al-Jalani's story on you just aired. She shouldn't have ambushed you like that, but you handled it pretty well.
We had differences of opinion, sir. I hope she at least believed my sincerity.
You handled yourself pretty well, Commander. She came across like a raving idiot. There is one other matter, however. The Citadel has been trying to play down Saren going rogue. It makes the Spectres look bad. Your mention of him was politically inconvenient.
How angry was the Council?
About what you'd expect. Don't worry too much about it, Commander. They're always angry with us. I won't keep you any longer. Fifth Fleet out.
All right. Artemis Tau was where we had, where we found Liara. So let's go to Hades Gamma.
Message for you, Commander. Just came in over a secure channel.
Shepard, this is Admiral Kahoku. I found out who set that trap for my men. The ones killed by the Thresher War. Damn, I hope you get this message. It was a group called Cerberus. An Alliance Black Ops organization. Top secret, highest level security clearance. They vanished a few months ago. Dropped right off the grid. Nobody knew where they went or what they were up to. They've gone completely rogue, Shepard. They're conducting illegal genetic experiments, trying to create some kind of super soldier. I don't have any proof, but I found the coordinates for one of their research worlds. I'm uploading them with this message. They're completely out of control. Somebody needs to stop them. I've done my part. Now it's up to you. This is probably the last you'll hear from me. Cerberus is after me now. I need to disappear before they find me.
Well, I hope you get away, Admiral. I will do what I can do. Alright, we're landed on a planet. Let's take Garrus and Tally. Anomaly research base 3 anomaly. Okay. Well, we're going this way first. Also, probably put a little bit of south in there. Head to the corner. There we go. Now we can see the bottom of the map. Go until we can see the corner. Make sure there's nothing hiding from hiding from us there? Alright, north it is. Oh, I see red dots. Around the debris, in fact. Probably Geth, then? Ooh. This is a lot of red blocks. Well, that's not good. Let's make sure that give us some more decryption and give Tali more hacking. Yeah, let's try that again. Better. Alright, I need to actually, you know, stop trying to rush this. Okay, where's a clear path from the orange blocks? Ah. Alright. Oh, come on. Well, there's my opening, but I couldn't get the mouse pointer to go over there. Try again. There. There's an anomaly up here in this corner, so we're heading for that. I don't like how this looks like an area where another Thresher Maw is going to jump me.
You lead. I'll follow.
Got husks. I think we might need an assault rifle for this. Let's see. Garrus. Overkill. Tally. Might need my shotgun for this. That was a lot of husks. Ow.
The survey team must have unearthed some alien technology that turned them into mindless fanatics.
Whatever they found, it's long gone now.
Yeah, last time we went and made sure our weapons were set up for particular types of enemies, and I do not remember what I had things set up to be. Oh, everybody's down. That accounts for all the Exogeny survey team. They were converted to cybernetic husks by devices similar to those used by the Geth on Eden Prime. How they came to be buried on a frontier world so far from Geth territory is a mystery.
All targets down.
Nobody's been here for a while.
According to these data logs, the survey team unearthed some kind of alien technology.
Alright, we go check to the northeast, and then we go south. And that is why we check to the northeast. We're sitting at about an hour right now, guys, but just so you know, I intend to fully explore this system before we call it. I mean, this sector before we call it. So that might result in us having a 2-hour episode today. We will see. This is like another place where we could be running into another Thresher Maw. What do you know? Hello, Thresher Maw. Well, we're lucky we didn't die there. Ow. Well, at least it didn't kill us that time.
Moving out.
Korean insignia. Alright, I probably shouldn't have wasted the Omni Gel there. I think we're probably clear on this planet. Another reason why I shouldn't have wasted the Omni Gel. At this point, I think we're pretty much clear. Do a little bit of northward here just to see if there was something in the middle of the map we missed. Oh, there is something here. Well, this is a pretty radioactive planet if it has naturally occurring plutonium on it. Alright, back to the Normandy. Don't think there's anything else in this system, but let's check. Nothing here. All right. We have this. My brain says this is where the Cerberus camp
Commander,
is.
Urgent message from Alliance
maybe
Command
not.
coming in. I'll patch it through.
Shepard, this is Admiral Hackett from Alliance Command. We've got a situation here, and you're the only one that can handle it.
What do you need, Admiral?
There's an Alliance training ground where we test weapons and technology in live fire simulations. One of the VIs we use to simulate enemy tactics
This is not in this system.
is no longer responding to our override commands. It's gone rogue.
Are you telling me this computer is thinking on its own?
We're not stupid, Shepard. This is a virtual intelligence, not a true AI. It's not self-aware, and it can't access any external systems. We didn't do anything illegal here. Virtual intelligence support is critical to our military success. VIs process thousands of status reports and react in nanoseconds. No human can do that. We need you to fight your way through the training ground of the VI core and manually disable it.
Don't worry, Admiral. I'll take that thing out.
I know Spectres answer the Council, but you're still human. You're still part of the Alliance military, and right now we need you. The VI controls all the facility's weapons, drones, and automated defenses. You're the only one that can pull this off, Shepard. Good luck.
Cold here. Alright, again, Garrison Tally. Because they help me deal with decryption and electronics and all that sort of stuff. All right, we spawned facing the north wall of the map. Everything is localized in the center, so we're doing a circle. See if anything's around the outside, and then we'll head into the center. I also didn't notice what was debris, anomaly, kind of escape pod, crashed escape pod, Syndicate hideout. This is one of the planets that Helena Blake wanted us to go to. Alright. I think we're clear. Beryllium. Big ol' emerald. Alright, since we're here, we'll go ahead and take care of the stuff in the center. Old footprints leading away. Oh, they're shooting at us. All the way from over there. Alright, sniper rifle it is. Yeah, we are too far away. I forget that those towers were actually physics objects. Alright, we're about to go inside. Let's switch to a shorter range weapon because we may need it.
Kill them all!
Locked and loaded.
All right, one down.
Negative contacts, Commander.
This is an interesting artifact. Dead end. Let's just make sure we don't have anything else to find on this planet. I don't actually expect to find anything on this planet. I think we've already gotten everything, but... Gotta check and all. Of course, in this case, I can just see where we're going, and ain't nothing there. Alright, back to the Normandy. We'd already found that asteroid. Alright, other system. Baranata. Ah. Is this the guy's brother? Alright, let's take Ashley and Garrus on this one. I think we might require a little more muscle. And also equipment. Ashley, you are still wearing your basic armor. Do we have any option for something better for you? Gladiator 4, how's that compare to the Survivor 3? Survivor 3 is better. Alright, let's give you ablative coating. And Garrus, we have armor for you, because you're still in the basic stuff too. Alright, you are still stuck in the basic stuff. Where do I actually unlock better armor for you? In tactical armor, okay. Next level, you're getting your upgrade. Is that light Turian armor I just got? No.
Intruders! Kill the hostage!
We need to hurry. They're gonna kill him. I gotta be more careful. Gotta make sure that doesn't happen again. I gotta be more careful. Alright, we need to find the hostage before the timer runs out.
See how it is? You write letters and everyone ignores you. Force is the only thing people appreciate. So how about if I kill Chairman Burns and finish this charade?
Please, I was trying to help you people.
Let's not do anything we're all going to regret.
Why not? What have we got to lose? Since the chairman here decided that we didn't get reparations, we've got nothing left to live for.
But I've changed my mind. Seeing you all, it's clear that you all deserve...
You had your chance. Some L2s are nearly crippled from side effects of the implants, but you voted against reparations.
Think about this. Burns is the one man who can help you.
Yes, if you release me, I can take another look at the reparations request.
What, we're supposed to trust you? Sure, you promise us freedom and say everything will be fine, but as soon as we surrender, you'll double-cross us.
I'm not promising to let you go. All I'm saying is that Burns will take another look. Right, Burns?
Absolutely. I had no idea that the L2 biotics were this desperate. If I'd known, the reparations will come. For whatever it's worth, I promise that.
You're right. I don't want to die. Maybe something will happen this time. We surrender.
Maybe I should have brought Kaidan this time.
I thought I was dead when they took me. I'll see to it that the reparations discussion is reopened. I didn't know they were so desperate.
A 5th Fleet cruiser will be by shortly to pick you and the prisoners up.
Thank you, Commander. I thought I was dead when they took me.
Something appears to be broken in my movement animation, as I seem to be moonwalking. And now my animation seems to not be broken anymore. I want to say I have done this mission before with Kaidan, but I can't remember if it actually made it go any different. Like, the only guy you can talk to is the guy in the back anyway. So you've got to fight your way through them just to get here anyway.
Message coming in. Patching it through.
Thank you for dealing with the hostage situation, Commander. Chairman Burns was quite impressed by the way you resolved the situation peacefully. Your assistance above and beyond the formal duties has been noted, Commander. 5th Fleet out.
Actually, I feel like I need to go talk to Kaidan. I don't actually think he has anything to say about it, but I want to try anyway.
Anything you need, Commander?
Just trying to get a sense
Well,
of
they
where
know about the stonewalling you've had from the Council.
they deserve to know what we're up against.
They're on your side. They're pissed about the resistance we're getting, especially from our side. I'll have a better handle on all of it when my head stops hurting. Another L2 flare-up.
Anything I can do?
No, Commander, it'll settle down. It's rough sometimes, but they spike higher than a lot of L3s. Except for you, of course. Besides, I fared a lot better than some after Kinetics was through.
I'm not a biotic, Kaidan.
Got a story there, Olenko?
You know the records about the biotic training out on Jump Zero? They're all classified. Because the Alliance, made mistakes. After first contact, Kinetics was set up to track Element Zero exposures and develop implants for humans. Once we had an embassy on the Citadel, Kinetics could bring in experts instead of taking it slow.
Is there some reason we couldn't learn it on our own?
They didn't know where to start. Hell, it took a couple of years to even link biotics and Ezo. Forget trying to get the kids to move stuff. They had trouble just helping them not break their own limbs. And their choice of teachers didn't help much.
The only experts would have to be aliens.
Dead on. Turians, actually. That's why Kinetics kept it a secret. They were afraid of what people back home would think, asking the Turians for help when we just fought a war with them.
The Asari would have been more acceptable than the Turians.
Yes, but the company didn't go through the Citadel. It would have made Earth look weak, so they discreetly hired some Turian mercenaries.
Get your knuckles rapped a few times, Lieutenant?
Yeah, you could say that. Our instructor was a Turian by the name of Commander Vernus. A real hard-ass. He basically had a free pass to break us if it would turn out a decent biotic. Kind of spiraled from there, Commander.
Did he ever face charges for that?
He got his, yeah. But like everything else at Jump Zero, it was under the table. The less said, the better. Anyway, this is ancient stuff. I walked it off a long time ago. I should get back to my duties, Commander. We're here to make history, not rehash it.
We'll talk another time, Lieutenant.
Commander?
Alright, so he had nothing to say about that. I think we've got one more system to check. Well, and of course, check this planet, or this system for planets we can land on. I don't think it has any. I'm not sure there are any systems in the game that have 2 landing points. Oh, I guess we are done in Hades Gamma then. Well then. Nothing there. And we'll go ahead and read through the data logs. Shells lofted by surface navies crash back to Earth when their acceleration is overwhelmed by gravity and air resistance. In space, a projectile has unlimited range. It will keep moving until it hits something. Practical gunnery range is determined by the velocity of the attacker's ordnance and the maneuverability of the target. Beyond a certain range, a small ship's ability to dodge trumps a larger attacker's projectile speed. The longest range combat occurs between dreadnoughts, whose projectiles have the highest velocity, but are the least maneuverable. The shortest range combat is between frigates, which have the slowest projectile velocities and the highest maneuverability. Opposing dreadnoughts open with a main gun artillery duel at extreme ranges of tens of thousands of kilometers. The fleets close, maintaining evasive lateral motion while keeping their bow guns facing the enemy. Fighters are launched in an attempt to close to disrupt a torpedo range. Cautious admirals weaken the enemy with ranged fire and fighter strikes before committing to a close action. Aggressive commanders advance so cruisers and frigates can engage. At long range, the main guns of cruisers become useful. Friendly interceptors engage enemy fighters until attackers enter the range of ship-based Guardian fire. Dreadnoughts fire from the rear, screened by smaller ships. Commanders must decide whether to commit to a general melee or retreat to into FTL. At medium range, ships can use broadside guns. Fleets intermingle, and it becomes difficult to retreat in order. Ships with damaged kinetic barriers are vulnerable to Wolfpack frigate flotillas that speed through the battle space. Only fighters and frigates enter close knife fight ranges of 10 or fewer kilometers. Fighters lose their Fighters loose their disruptor torpedoes, bringing down an enemy's kinetic barriers and allowing it to be swarmed with frigates. Guardian lasers become viable weapons, swatting down fighters and boiling away warship armor. Neither dreadnoughts nor cruisers can use their main guns at close range. Laying the bow on a moving target becomes impossible. Superheated thruster exhaust becomes a hazard. Biotics possess extraordinary abilities, but they must live with minor inconveniences. The most obvious issue is getting adequate nutrition. Creating biotic mass effects takes a toll on metabolism. That active biotics develop ravenous appetites. The standard Alliance combat ration for a soldier is 3,000 calories a day. Biotics are given 4,500, as well as a canteen of potent energy drink for quick refreshment after hard combat. Another issue is electrical charge. Electricity accumulated in Starship drive cores must be discharged, and so must the electricity in a biotic user. Biotics are prone to small static discharges when they touch metal. Unfortunately, human biotics also face suspicion and persecution, beginning with the popular misconception that they can read and control minds. Biotics symbolize the dehumanization of mankind to people English hard today. The dehumanization of mankind to people philosophically and religiously opposed to gene modification and cybernetics. Militaries are the only organization that always welcome biotics, offering them huge recruitment incentives. I feel like we've already read this one. Oh, we gained a level. Let's see. Oh, we can get another charm point. That's always good. More Spectre training, please. Now we probably have a codex entry for Guardian lasers. What do you know we do? A ship's General Area Defense Integration Anti-Spacecraft Network, Guardian, consists of anti-missile, anti-fighter laser turrets on the exterior hull. Because these are under computer control, the gunnery control officer needs to do little beyond turn the system on and designate targets as hostile. Since lasers move at light speed, they cannot be dodged by anything moving at non-relativistic speeds. Unless the beam is aimed poorly, it will always hit its target. In the early stages of a battle, the Guardian fire is 100% accurate. It is not 100% lethal, but it doesn't have to be. Damaged fighters must break off for repairs. Lasers are limited by diffraction. The beam spreads out, decreasing the energy density watts per meter squared. The energy density the weapon can place on the target. Any high-powered laser is a short-range weapon. Guardian networks have another limitation: heat. Weapons-grade lasers require cooldown time, during which heat is transferred into sinks or radiators. As lasers fire, heat builds up within them, reducing damage, range, and accuracy. Fighters attack in swarms. The first few will be hit by Guardian, but as the battle continues, the effects of the laser overheat allow the attackers to press ever closer to the ship. Constant use will burn out the laser. Guardian lasers typically operate in infrared frequencies. Shorter frequencies would offer superior stopping power and range, but degradation of focal arrays and mirrors would make them expensive to maintain. And most prefer mechanical reliability over bleeding-edge performance where lives are concerned. Salarians, however, use near ultraviolet frequency lasers with 6 times the range, believing that having additional time to shoot down incoming missiles is more important. Lasers are not blocked by kinetic barriers of capital ships, however the range of lasers limits their use to rare knife fight range ship-to-ship combat. Alright guys, I think that is where we are going to call this episode. Next time, we will be doing some more exploring, and probably... Probably hitting the Voyager cluster next. But until then, I want to thank y'all for joining me. I hope y'all enjoyed it. I'll see y'all next time, and have a good day.